Hi, welcome to Exploring Aquaponics. I'm your host Eric Shostrom. Today we're going to look at a small system that you can do yourself at home. I made this system out of a 10-gallon fish tank and a cat litter box, a simple fish tank pump, and an air stone, and just some other basic tools like drill bits and so forth. You can make this very easily at home, and it's a great way to get started and understand the nitrogen cycle and how aquaponics generally works in a setting like this. Let's take a look. Now, it's a little bright in here right now. This is a 600 watt light, and my system has a fish tank underneath here. It's kind of tight spaces. This is in my bathroom here in Tempe, Arizona. You can see down here in the tank I have 6 sunfish in there that I caught at a local pond and brought home some of the pond water, and that's how I started this system. Basically put the system together, put the rocks and the medium inside, brought the pond water in, kind of cycled the pond water and some tap water for a day. Then I went ahead and brought the fish from the park over here and added them into the system. They seem to be doing a lot better now. The first couple days that I had the system up, the water got real cloudy, and it had a lot to do with the temperature. I noticed that if I didn't keep a lot of circulation going over the grow medium surface to try to keep it cooled down, that my water temperature would get up in the mid to high 80s, and that would seem to spur on the growth of some brownish colored algae. I know algae's good in the system, but that pond that I got it from is kind of scummy and skanky, and I tested the water in the system when it was clear like this. After the system had kind of balanced itself out, and before and after I added the fish, all of the levels seem to be ideal right now. There's barely any ammonia output. My nitrogen is still a little bit high, but that's because I really don't have any rooting plants in the grow medium right now. The grow medium I'm using is called Hydroton, and it's a volcanic inert pellet, and it's wrapped with clay. The filter right now, I just have a simple fish pump, just a simple pond pump connected to this hose, and it comes up and filters onto this 3M pad. I also have some holes drilled in the bottom here in the rock, and I also have a thin piece of 3M pad over that. I don't know if you can see that, but it catches most of the solids on there. I try to kind of weed out the big solids at first and let the plants use that stuff, kind of try to keep it in the grow bed as much as possible, and it helps. It's beneficial for the nitrogen cycle. I do rid of it if it gets you know, overclogged on there. Go ahead and clean it off underneath the faucet. Now I'm also just experimenting right now with these little grow pellets. These are rock wool starter pellets, and I have some seeds in there. I have some cilantro and some tomatoes, also some chamomile, and I think there's some peppers in there as well. I just wanted to kind of see what those would do. Right now I have these plants sitting in there mostly just because they were potted plants that had developed a root system already. This one here is kind of sitting in just a few inches of soil, so it really was pretty accustomed to having a wet root already, so went ahead and just threw that in there just because it has roots on it. And also I threw a piece of bamboo in there that has a pretty well established root, and I had it in a glass of water before, and I'm sure that it's soaking up these nutrients, and it's a lot more happy than it was in a stagnant glass of water with no nutrient supply, just tap water. Fish are happy. First they weren't really eating too much. I chopped up some lettuce and put some lettuce in there the first day, and they didn't seem to dig that, and went and got some cichlid pellets from the pet food store, and they really don't know what pellets are. They're wild fish, so went ahead and went down and got some mealworms for them, and they seem to like the mealworms quite a bit more. So anyway, it's starting to get a little bit warm in here. I do have to keep the fans on and the circulation up, so I turn these down a little bit just for the purpose of the noise. But I will be posting some more in the future, and we'll be taking a look at some bigger systems. I'm also building a barrel ponics system right now, which is interesting as well, and it's a quite a bit larger system. This is just a starter, tinkering around, gonna see what happens, and I'll give you an update on it shortly. Thanks.